Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Guna Gathering. My name is Guna Lee Meads, Lee Meadows, and tonight's pre-recorded video, so I won't see your comments if they come in until later. I just want to sort of go over a little bit on the Girona game from midweek. We'll talk about the press conference, a little bit of news from that. I've got some youth team stuff to talk about, a game and a couple of transfers, and we'll see where we go. So. Let's briefly talk about the Girona game first up. Obviously, just to say, look, sorry, this is a little bit late on the report. I've been poorly as of the family, so it's been somewhat difficult getting a bit of a video out here today. So this is why it's a bit late. Anyway, several big hitters missing in the lineup. Let's briefly talk about goalkeeper David Raya, who, as far as I'm aware, is still doubtful for the Manchester City game tomorrow with a muscle issue. As far as I know, he still hasn't trained. So we had a debutant in goal, Neto. I'll talk about him in a little bit. Party, obviously, in an unfavoured position at right back with Kivior, Gabriel Magalhaes and Calafiori. Erdegaard skippered the side alongside Jorginho. Mikel Merino was back. Ethan Nwaneri played. Trossard was in the middle. And Raheem Sterling had another chance to impress or not, perhaps, on the left. And I'd say Arsenal they started extremely well. They were very bright, and they could have easily been 3 goals up in 10 minutes. Let's briefly talk about them. Let's go with the first one, an effort from Raheem Sterling that he put wide. Then, of course, there was an effort from Trossard where the cross came in from the left. He poked it and it just went narrowly wide. And then, of course, Calafiori, who was the goal-scoring hero against Wolves over the weekend, just gone. He did have a goal rightly disallowed for offside. And by that stage, you're thinking it's going to be a really nice, easy night for Arsenal. Of course, we don't do anything easy because we're Arsenal, right? Danjuma, former Spurs man, caught Neto out. He was exploring out of his penalty area, and he got lobbed by, as I said, Danjuma, and 1-0 to Girona. I'm not going to be too harsh on Neto, and the reason why is because I think he is a little bit ring rusty. I think he's not played a game in 6 months, so I'd expect nerves on debut, and I would expect he would. It's very different playing training games than it is playing it out in a Champions League game. So he gets although a slightly concerned eyebrow. He if indeed Raya doesn't play tomorrow. Yes, of course I played. Of course I played Neto. That's the reason why he's in on loan. Arsenal did respond well though, and Thomas Partey winning the penalty, which Jorginho stepped up and took with that stuttering little run up that he does. And let's talk about Ethan Nwaneri, shall we? An absolutely wonderful goal to put Arsenal ahead when he cut in from the right hand side. He got himself central into the penalty area, or just outside the penalty area, and let that left-footed shot rattle past the goalkeeper. Wonderful goal. And yeah, Arsenal 2-1 ahead. I do believe, yes, Trossard did hit the crossbar shortly afterwards before half time. That was the end of the official scoring, although, of course, there was a goal disallowed. I can't remember the name of the guy who scored it, but again, maybe a little harsh, but it was offside. We did have a chance to extend the lead late on when there was a handball. Raheem Sterling won the penalty. It was his sort of ball in the penalty area, hit a hand. He wouldn't have been my ideal taker for a penalty kick. And although, in fairness, just remember what happened to Havertz when he scored his first goal for Arsenal against Bournemouth from a penalty spot. Unfortunately, it probably didn't do the greatest thing for Sterling's confidence, because he missed it. It wasn't the worst penalty in the world. It was a good save. But, however, that's how it finished. It was 2-1 to Arsenal. So I've mentioned, of course, Arteta talking in the press conference yesterday about David Raya. Uh, I'm seeing, obviously, that there's some people who just want to dump Neto off the one game. I think that's ridiculous, to be honest. Look, he's an experienced goalkeeper. I think he's an awful lot better than he perhaps showed in that first game that he played for Arsenal. Of course, I'd have faith in in going in goal. One name was mentioned in the press conference was Ben White. Although he's making progress, he's not going to make it for this game. So presumably, we'll see Timber play at right back. He did come on for the second half as a halftime substitute for Thomas Partey. Hopefully, that was nothing more than a just resting Thomas Partey and just giving, resting him and giving 45 minutes elsewhere. That was really all was mentioned. Of course, he's asked the question, do we think we've got something to prove against Man City after, what happened at the Etihad? I remember doing this game live, and it wasn't pretty. I described it as quite fitting. It's Six Nations started today. It felt like commentating on a rugby game where Arsenal were basically kicking for touch and trying to just defend and defend manfully. They dared off else. They did equalise right at the death after, obviously Arsenal were down to 10 men. It was Trossard who got sent off, of course. But yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a big test for the boys. They know what they need to do. They know they need to get out there and win every match. If we are, if on the off chance, and of course it's a massive off chance, especially with Liverpool, of course, won again today against Bournemouth. Should they lose at some stage, just remember we play them at Anfield near the end of the season. So we got to be there to respond to people's results. Let's not forget Nottingham Forest are now just drawn up with us in second place after they destroyed Brighton and Hove Albion 7-0 nil today. So we do have to think about Forest behind us as well. Screen's gone blank. There we go. I'm back. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It's recording on the old laptop. Sorry about that. Yeah, I do want to sort of talk a little bit. Of course, it's transfer deadline day coming up on Monday. One name was linked with Arsenal was Matthias Cunha of Wolverhampton Wanderers, who's just scored today against Aston Villa. News coming in maybe about 5 minutes before me hitting the record button that he has signed a new contract for Wolves until 2029. So I think you can safely say that that's one that's not going to be joining Arsenal. An observation, although it might be injury related, as we're talking Aston Villa, there's a bit of talk, of course, about a bid going in or went in for Ollie Watkins, and Unai Emery and Aston Villa weren't pleased about the timing of that just before their Europa League game against Celtic. Well, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but Watkins was replaced at half time at Molineux. Maybe more to come on that one. Right. What I will go on to now is I just put a note or two on my phone. Is I need to inform you that there was an academy game. It was over the under 18s, and this was Fulham under 18s 1, Arsenal under 18s 2, Andrea Harmon after 25 minutes, and Max Dowmond after 38 minutes. So that's a great result for the under 18 side. I need to talk about a couple of departures from the academy side. This one I did speak about briefly. This is now confirmed. Aidan Heaven has signed for Manchester United. So yes, that's a confirmed done deal. And Also moving out of the academy is the goalkeeper. I'm just waiting for his name. Brian Aquono has joined Hitchin Town on loan for the rest of the season. So let's wish him luck. I know he had some time over at Lund League last season as well. I think that is near enough it for me for today. There's two big games that are coming up over the weekend. Of course, Arsenal men's side are playing against Manchester City, but in the ladies' side as well, Manchester City women against Arsenal at the for the 12 o'clock kickoff. Interesting, we signed Chloe Kelly on loan on deadline day in the women's side. Yes, on Thursday, wasn't it? It was Thursday. And they've got Laura Wenroyther on loan. I don't know if that was part of that deal, but that is, that's the latest from there. Best of luck to both Arsenal sides playing tomorrow. Big opportunity for both sides to do something really good on their playing front. Now, that is just about it from me for today. So don't forget, if you've got this far in the video, to please like, share, and subscribe to Gooner Gathering. Probably won't be alive tomorrow as I've got a gig to sing along with on Sunday evening. So keep an eye on the social media. We'll let you know when we do our review show. It's either going to be late on Monday night or around about the normal sort of 7 o'clock sort of time on Tuesday. I will let you know how the day goes for my work day on Monday. But until then, everybody, enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'm out of here. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.